Looks like we're live.
Good afternoon, goddesses.
Hello.
Look at your beautiful picture behind you.
I know. Look at this. I'm sitting on the sand dunes.
Yeah, that is absolutely
virtually.
Your authentic self.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was good. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
who are we talking about today?
We were integrating, as we always do, for a few minutes prior to joining you all, and wow, so grateful that the journey of living and being my authentic self came to my life over the past 5-6 years, and really embracing all of myself completely, because today is one of those days where I walked into this conversation and was like, whoo, I am all over the place, but that's part of me. So I am grateful that I have surrounded myself with beautiful friends and soul sisters that can look at me and go, it's good.
Well, it's that ask, believe, and receive. You asked for abundance, and you believed it was coming, and now you're receiving it. And what a better way to honor your authentic gifts than just to be showered in this wave of
abundance. That also makes me feel like I'm like, ah!
Yeah, right.
But we are here now to share and discuss the saint of authenticity, Perpetua.
Yeah, Perpetua.
And so, as we said, I am so grateful for this journey of stepping into honoring my authentic self and knowing who she is and loving every little bit of her that shows up.
Yeah, because, when we started this journey with the goddess, one of the questions that we asked our group when we were on retreat was, what's been holding you back from being your goddess self? What is your gift that perhaps you've been stuffing down because somebody in your life, or somebody's, or some situation has said, oh no, that's too much. You can't do that. You're hearing voices and what? All of those things. And then
what do you mean you feel overwhelmed when you're around a billion
other
people?
Right. Why is it that when you walk into Costco, you go bananas?
Why can't you just be okay? Right.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
Paige, stop being so sensitive.
How many of us have been told, one of these statements?
Right. And how many of us have felt true in ourselves?
So out of alignment.
Yeah. And have felt in ourselves something that you really want to say, I am this, or I believe this. No, I feel it. But something has kept you from doing that. And maybe sometimes and to be a Christian was a no-no. And she was young. She's very much like a Joan of Arc. She's like, no, I'm sorry. I will take whatever consequences. Now, I'm not saying that you all need to go out there and put yourself in harm's way. But
it is about honoring who you truly are, and
it is.
And recognizing that you don't have to bend to the will of anyone else in the world.
Well, when I think about the people pleaser in me that once was, I'd like to say that I've worked myself through that. But my people pleasing,
it's a daily practice, sister.
It is. Oh, I know. It was killing me. It was because I was such a people pleaser, I didn't know myself at all. And then when these little sparks of, oh, that's who I am, when they would come out, I didn't dare share that because I turned to some really bad behaviors that nearly killed me.
Bad or wrong, it's just you, right?
I think about, had you not honored yourself and your gifts and honed them, I wouldn't be where I am today, because I was the welcome recipient of your knowledge and your guidance, because you honored your gifts. Paige, here are your gifts. And I,
being that you are, and recognize that for your growth, it's for your greatest opportunity to be a clear channel of who you are.
Exactly. Yes.
Yay!
Okay. Oops, we're done.
Working with a deck that is bringing out some of these divine feminine aspects that were, for a lot of these women that are in this deck, they lived life. They were a channel for the divine to make change and to show this world that the yang masculine is not, the collective.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, it's that old saying that whenever you heal yourself, you heal 7 generations back, and whatever it is that came from those 7 generations to you is no longer moving forward. So
that's pretty profound.
Yeah, it is. I said to family members at one point in time, I was like, we're healing this. We're healing this part of our generation is healing this. We're not doing this anymore. We're raising our children differently. I've had those conversations with my sister at length. And it was hard. It was not easy work, friends. It was not easy work. Stepping fully, completely into your authentic self is not easy work, but it is worth it. And all of those shadows that are showing up, they are necessary. So honor them and love them, because those aspects, we can't be all light all the time. Again, we're dualities, just like that masculine, feminine.
Neutral. You just want to be neutral, not super positive.
Well,
super, just.
Right. And if you look at all these different traditions, I mean, even with yoga, it's sattva. So it's tamas or rajasic, rest or action. Well, you can't do all of one or all of the other. You want to find that balance.
Right. Do you find that that eventually they crash, something happens that just knocks them down?
You know, and it could be as simple as your body starts revolting against you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying don't be positive and don't try to turn things around and see the bright side. And sometimes we have to kind of
look at what's bringing up the discomfort.
And say thank you for showing that to me, right? And
honor it.
I
honor it, love it,
honor it, and say, okay, it may be a goddess gift that you have deep within you that needs to come out, and it is required in order for you to bring yourself through this shadow. You're shining a light on yourself, and what needs to be brought forth. So, but this is
well, I think that one of the big things to be mindful of right now is that oftentimes when we wake up to these aspects of ourselves, we think, oh, I have to leave my job, I have to leave my relationship, I have to move to it, giving you the opportunity to bring light to it.
Exactly.
Bring light to it. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whatever transitions are meant to be, will be, first of all. So there doesn't have to be force in making your transitions and running away from whatever it is that's currently supporting you. There needs to be gratitude in that first. And then goddess is saying, okay, it's time to make a change, then you'll intuitively know. So just know that surfacing and opening your authentic self, opening up to your authentic self, doesn't mean that everything has to change on a dime. It will change gradually. And I can remember a few conversations with Paige where she was ready to chuck it all and go run to the beach. And
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm going to the beach. I know, and you told me, okay, pump the brakes here. Let's slow down. Let's slow down this train.
Let's take a few more steps before you do that.
We need to lay down more tracks for this train, because it's going to go off the rails really fast.
Excited because we're like, oh, I know what I want now. I know who I am now. And it's like, okay, that's great. But
our intention all along for this group was not for us.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not too late to sign up for tonight's new moon if you're watching this in real time or today. And then we have them every month, because we have a new moon
Every
month. I'm looking forward to it. Aries is a very interesting energy. It's the first of the zodiac.
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, I feel so much better after having this chat, as always. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, goddesses, we will see you again next week, or hopefully tonight.
Okay, sounds wonderful.
Have a wonderful night. Namaste.